Kids cannot be grown by the internet if you're actively parenting. Yes, when they go to school, they can have conversations with other kids and they can see other things, but they're not going to be able to see what the internet truly has to offer on a detrimental level. It's always at home. It is what you're watching and it's what they're watching at home. So if you're not actively parenting, you're not actively trying to see what they're partaking in, what they're viewing, what they're watching, it's not the internet's problem, it's yours. The internet can't groom what the internet can't get a hold of. And your kids shouldn't be allowed to watch any and everything. So that is on you, the parent. And as a parent, I actively conduct searches of what my kids are partaking in, what they're viewing, what they're watching, what they're learning from, whom they're learning from. It is not the internet's job to police my children. It's not the internet's job to police your children. It is your job. You're the parent. So quit trying to say and have these crazy opinions like, oh, the internet is doing this or television is doing. No, they have to be watching it in the presence of your home, y'all's home. It's very seldom they're going to go to school and be able to whip out their phone and watch these crazy antics, these crazy videos. Yeah, their friends can have them talking about it, but again, they still have to come home and do research. So if you're actively parenting, you nip it in the bud. You enforce boundaries and rules, and you make sure that they're followed because you're doing your job as a parent. So don't blame the internet, don't blame friends, don't blame any of that. Blame yourself if things go awry. Because this right here is one of the craziest conversations or topics to even be having a conversation over, because you allow the internet in your home when they could be outside playing. They could be reading a book. They could be in sports. They could be doing so many other things, but you allow them to be on the internet for umpteenth amount of time. So, of course, they're going to pick up and learn things if you're not present, if you're not actively conducting searches or checks on what is being observed, what is being looked at on a day-to-day basis. They give you all the tools in the world that allows you to make sure your children doesn't even have the chance to even see these things. But are you actively putting those in place? Are you actively doing a parent's duty and making sure that you hone your child's skills? Y'all can do projects together. Y'all could literally do any and everything together. And don't give me that BS about work, because there's a time that you get off, but you be tired. It's cool to be tired, but at some point you got to get your butt back up and handle your business, because your job is never done as a parent. So quit blaming the internet and start blaming yourself if things are not going the way that you want them to go. Because the things that they learn on the internet has to come from your home. It has to come from the presence when you're tired and you don't want to get up and check the phone, check the tablet, check the game. That comes from you. Nobody else. And if you don't want your kids around certain people, don't allow them around certain people. You don't want them around certain kids, don't allow them around certain kids. In the long run, you and them will see the difference. But that's why you have real conversations with your children. That's why you actively do the things necessary to put them in places and spaces and the mindset that has them to listen and learn, but also have the understanding that everything isn't for them at certain times. Yes, when they grow up, they're going to have a mind of their own. But what you instill in them is always going to be there. So don't blame the internet. Don't blame people on the internet about your kids. Blame yourself. Do better. That's just all it is to it.